Hi everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Reavey. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the NCBRS Worldwide Foundation, and the title of my talk is the successes of the partnership. So a little bit of background, so a little bit about my story. In 2007, my son Callum was clinically diagnosed with Nicolet-Dysplastic syndrome. And that was at Gosh, and he was the 7th known person in the world to have this condition at that point. In 2009, we met the first other person with NCBRS when Callum was 3. My wife, Callum's mum, found a story on Mumsnet from another family in the Midlands, and they put us in contact with each other, and that's how we ended up meeting. In 2010, I set up the original parent support group and Facebook group with my wife, and we held yearly meetings with patients, their families, caregivers, and the professionals as well. In 2011 into 2012, my son, along with 21 others, were part of the research into finding the cause of NCBRS. And this ended up being the SMARCA2 gene located on chromosome 9. And then obviously Callum's diagnosis was confirmed via whole exome sequencing as part of this research. In 2020, I co-founded this foundation with another parent from Canada. It was a lot of work, three months worth, and we done it with a 5-hour time difference as well. But we got it done, and we started with 3 parent trustees. Since 2020 up until now, we've expanded our trustee board, we've increased support, we've created a patient registry, partnered with other orgs such as Beacon to get trainings and supports. We've created our first strategy, and we've got many more projects in between that we've completed. And a big announcement is coming on Friday from us. So if you want to know what that is, check out our socials on Friday. And that's my boy there, Callum, and he's the reason this all started. Going on to the SMART goals now. So SMART goal 1 was to implement the CRM system, and this was to collect data on patients, caregivers, donors, etc. And this was to streamline our processes and save myself and the other trustees at least a couple of hours a week. How we done this? So we done a cost benefit analysis, and that came out as Salesforce was the best option for us. We customized each page within Salesforce to fit the needs of the foundation. We created a form to collect the most up-to-date data from our families and everyone else. We set up the necessary integrations to automate data collection. We imported the currently held data into the CRM along with the new up-to-date data that we received from that form. And this SMART goal has freed up time to spend on other projects, as I previously said at the end of my story. And it has freed up well over 2 hours for us a week, in my opinion. SMART goal 2 was a donation checkout on our website. And this was to improve the donor experience and prevent any drop-offs, and to support different currencies because we are a global organisation. Again, we did do a cost-benefit analysis for this, and DonorBox came out as the best one for us. So to get DonorBox, you have to apply, upload your relevant documentation, and they verify you. Once we was verified, I customized the donation page to meet the needs of our foundation. Then I implemented it onto the website. Now donors can donate in honor and or in memory of someone, and they can also leave a comment on our donor wall. And this is all done on the website without leaving the website. All our data is captured in one place now, and it is imported into the CRM. And as I've said, this SMART goal has improved the donor experience, and it has prevented drop-offs by at least 20% that we've seen since we've implemented this. So it's definitely been a good SMART goal. SMART goal 3 is event/conference planning. So the goal is to deliver an NCBRS community weekend in the UK and the USA in our next financial year, and have at least 50 families attend each one. How we're doing it is speaking to others to gather information and advice. I've created planning documents to support in the planning processes. I've created an event proposal to support funding applications. I've researched and get prices and quotes on venues. Create a draft agenda to start planning speakers and the activities to hold at these events. Create event branding and feedback forms to help shape future events. And this SMART goal has improved our event planning processes so far, but it is still a work in progress. So this SMART goal isn't at the end yet, because it is a big one for us, and we're doing two. So like I said, it is still a work in progress. And my learnings from this: don't be afraid to ask for advice or support and help from people. Big one, delegate to your team and board. There was a time when I was doing everything myself, but I've learned now to delegate and share the responsibilities. Know when to switch off. I was working well into the early hours of the morning after doing my day job. You know, you got to know when to switch off now. Keep your work and personal life separate to avoid burnout. I don't work weekends anymore unless it's really needed. I was doing 7 days a week. I don't do it now. So Monday to Friday, that's all I do, unless it's like, you know, a need. Trust yourself. I used to doubt myself a lot. I don't anymore. I trust myself. And the big one for me is have confidence in yourself, because you can do it if you put your mind to it. And as I said, don't be afraid to ask for advice or help. And then I just want to say a big thank you to Aris, my mentor. He's been absolutely amazing. And obviously Beacon, of course, for putting on these schemes, because without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to get these things done. And then there's me, there's my email if anyone wants to get in contact. And thank you for listening.